right, man. There we go.
Question on that.
We didn't have to ask any questions. He took it over.
I couldn't even understand.
Jack, man, we went from the guy has so much to say, and I love it. We talked earlier. You're normally not a talker, but we got you on finally. What do you have to say about your opponent, man? I mean, there was a lot to digest there for you.
Yeah, man. Watching his film, he comes out guns blazing. What he's saying, he means. He'll touch gloves and he'll just throw recklessly. You know, I see there's a lot of openings in his game, and he acknowledges it. He knows it's happened. He's not delusional about it. But I think his most dangerous weapon is his spinning back fist. He sets it up off of sort of a push front kick that he doesn't really throw to land. He just throws it to get his range. And then the guy he's hoping the guy kind of parries it aside, drops the hand, and then he comes around with the spinning back fist. And he did sleep one guy real bad with that. So, like I said, I think he's got dangerous weapons, but I'm going to look to neutralize that most dangerous one and neutralize him.
Yeah, man, dude. So I think it's safe to say some people are like, oh, he might have been taken. I think Paul said that. You know, hopefully you don't take me lightly. Definitely doesn't sound like you're taking him lightly because you kind of went into depth on a little bit on this breakdown.
Yeah, man. I mean, he's going in there and he's going into swing. You know, he's trying to fight too, and anything can happen. So I'm taking my training more seriously than I ever have before, ratcheting up the strength conditioning even more, feeling leaner and meaner than ever. Just, definitely want to come out and make a statement and keep moving up the ladder.
What I asked this to Andrew Valdina earlier. What ultimately prompted the decision for you to go pro? I know that you had that epic post-fight speech after your last fight where you said that nobody's athletic, nobody's strong enough, nobody's big enough for you to deal with that 170 pounds. You're going right up to the pro league. But what was the ultimate sway for you to pursue the professional mixed martial arts career when there were at least a couple of
Brody
very
McDougal
undefeated matchups still that you could have defended that title at amateur, which would have been equally big fights, equal propellant fights to rise your stock up. But what swayed you to just go pro instead of maybe taking one or two more amateur defenses?
I felt I was ready. I felt I proved I was the best amateur in New England. I got 5 fights in, finished fights in all different ways each and every time. And really, it didn't come down to what competition was left. It came down to the fact that I felt that I was ready to make a run at it, and I wanted to start building up myself professionally to get to the next level. That being said, you named Brody McDougal specifically. I mean, maybe him and I will get it later on down the line for the pro title. But I wanted to keep moving forward, keep building myself up. I felt ready. I've got the skill set to compete with these guys. So why not start getting paid and start moving up the ladder for real, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I like that approach. Like a lot of times some guys would probably get goaded into fights, and it's like you focus on yourself. You knew where you are in your career, and it's like everybody can chirp or call you. And when you're at the top of the mountain, of course everybody's gonna be calling for you. So you knew what your
mindset was. Just kept saying yes to everybody that challenged me.
Yeah. Well, I gotta ask. Besides fighting, what do you do outside? Do you work outside of fighting?
Yeah, I'm a full-time financial analyst at a food distribution company.
Not Cisco, is it?
Nah, the Chef's Warehouse.
Oh, okay, cool. I always consider like such like chill, soft, like kind of like well-spoken guy, and I'm like,
they look at you like Ed Norton in Fight Club when you go into the corporate office every now and then.
Yeah, I get some jokes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know that guy specifically, but I get some jokes.
You ever seen Fight Club?
I never have, man.
How old are you, Jack?
25.
25. Okay. So
it's one that I feel like I should have seen for sure, but just haven't.
I want to see when Fight Club. 1999. So how old were you in 1999?
2.
Yeah, he's not watching.
Yeah.
Andy's gonna finally come because I'm 41, so I make jokes that are just like out referenced.
He's only 5 years young. I'm 30. I'm not
Yeah,
that
but
much.
I mean,
I was
5 years
7
a
when
lot.
Fight Club came out.
Yeah, that's on me. I feel like I should have seen this one. That's like a pop culture.
Fight Club's
hit,
pretty
right?
damn
Yeah.
sellout.
All right, fine. You got to watch Fight Club before the next one. All right, so I've asked everybody favorite candy for. I feel like you probably don't even eat candy, but
No, he
like.
drinks beer. He's got to eat candy.
Okay, so what's your favorite Halloween candy?
It's been a minute, but Kit Kat's got to be my favorite. I love the chocolate. The taste is like just right, and the waffle texture is just like it just hits perfect, dude. And then you crack them. It's just so satisfying.
All right. All right.
He's
How
like
about
a guy who's never eaten candy. Who
Yeah.
describing like 40-year-old.
when was the last time you ate candy?
It's probably not been that long. Usually after my fights, like the week after, I just eat whatever I see and whatever I feel like. So like realistically, sometime this summer at a gas station or something like that, rolled in and was like, all right, I feel like a Reese's after the win. But yeah, I'll only do that for like about a week.
All right, cool.
That's all you indulge in.
Yeah, I got my next question. This is my new question because I asked it to Valdina. What was the last costume you dressed up as?
I did Thor 1 year in college.
Okay.
Yeah, that was fun.
Is there a picture of that?
Don't have him look up old Facebook pictures. It's not a good choice.
All right, let's see. We're gonna see if we can find. You would be a good Thor.
Valdina did not enjoy
appreciate
this process.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can find your Thor
God.
picture.
I'll bet you that Teague dressed
I also
up
got to
as-
thank you for not beating the shit out of me after slipping the nickname in on you last time we sparred. The last couple of times we sparred. Thank you very much for taking it easy.
Yeah, no worries. I'm not mad about it. Yeah, imagine that getting pissed and just turning it on you in the cage.
That
I'm not
All right, I found
Found
it.
it.
I did find out you were the homecoming king as well.
Yeah.
Yep. As I was doing a deep dive on your photos, which I'm going to
Yeah.
get for everybody. I
One
did.
less than Valdina.
Yeah, you didn't have a lot of photos. You're not really a photo guy. As I was scrolling through your photos.
Nah, I never post to social media, man. I know I got to do better at it, but there we go.
There we go, Thor.
Those are my roommates from sophomore year. Yeah.
So was that just a Thor T-shirt?
Yeah, it was something mad cheap, and the hammer's mad cheap too. Yeah.
Hey, for effort. What are your buddies though? Like now I got to go down. What's your buddies wearing?
Paul, all the way on the left there. I don't remember what he was. It's too indistinct too. Kevin, the blonde guy, second from the left. He was I forget the guy's name, but from Scooby Doo, I want to say.
Yep.
Fred.
Ready?
Fred. Yeah, Fred. Yeah, Fred. Yep.
And
Okay.
Seb there with the robe. I don't remember because it's too mixed for me to tell right there. Like, because he's got like the captain's hat on and then the robe. So I
Yeah.
don't know, man. It might have just been one of those things where it's
That's
like,
a Hugh
it's
Hefner costume if I've ever
fair
seen it.
night out, mix it up,
Yeah. Dunler Mifflin was the guy. He had it on his shirt. So I guess maybe
Jim.
Jim from The Office or
Yeah.
something. Did you watch The Office?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You-
Well, you
you
haven't
were
seen
Playboy.
Fight Club, but
I'm not inhuman.
I mean, you could surprise me. You're kind of, it's so funny. Like, I saw you drink some beers, have a good time, and it was like
Yeah.
the first time I saw you do like a beer promo, drinking a Cage Times beer. I'm like, wow, he's like a real person because like you're just
Yeah,
like.
I get that sometimes.
Whenever I see you, it's just like you think Ivan Drago. Like when I see you when I first met you a couple of years back, like I just think Ivan Drago like doesn't talk, just comes in, like wants to beat some ass and get out, and then like you do let loose. I've seen you at some after parties and have a good time.
Yeah, I mean that first part's true too, right? When it's before the fight, it's all business. It's a different mode. It's a different trigger. But afterwards, there's no reason to stay like that.
There you go.
Work hard, party harder.
You mentioned you didn't see Fight Club. I'm gonna go movies or TV. What's your favorite TV show?
Favorite TV show, man. It's gonna be kind of a funny answer, but I don't really stick to a whole lot of series. Like I I don't really have the time for it. So I can honestly say like Family Guy.
Okay.
That's just always consistent, always hilarious. Not ashamed to say it. But if you're looking at like all-time classics, Breaking Bad's up there.
I've never seen that.
Breaking Bad's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty damn good. That's right up there.
All right, cool. So you're like
I do a lot of,
Family
like,
Guy.
funny cartoons, honestly.
What was it?
I do a lot of like funny cartoons. Like whenever I'm watching, it's kind of like chill, you know.
All right, cool. Did you play any other sports growing up?
Yeah, from like middle school through high school, I played football. I also did track in high school too. Yeah,
All right, cool.
which looking back on that, I don't know why, but
What did you do? What was your track and field events?
in winter, I did the 300 and the 4x4, and I also did shot put. And then in
I can see shot put.
in the spring, I did the 400 and the 4x4 shot and disc.
Okay.
I did shot and
Yeah.
disc in high school. I was the captain of the track and field team back then.
Oh, Andy. All right.
You know,
How was what was your furthest disc throw?
discus? Oh, Jesus.
He was a captain. He's
We
big.
weren't good. We
Oh,
weren't
you
good.
were-
No, we were terrible. No.
He was the best of the.
Yeah,
The best
I
of
was
the
the
worst.
captain because I was the only one that went to practice every day. Really, that was about it. No, disc. Oh, Jesus, I'd have to look it up. But over 100 feet. It wasn't that horrible. But
Yeah.
not the worst. Not great, but
Yeah. Well,
100 a few times.
I'm glad we finally got you on a Table Titans episode so that we can get the Cage Titans fans who see you all the time competing, but don't necessarily maybe know you, to get a little insight on you, the human being that is not Gentleman Jack,
Yeah.
Jack Congdon.
Yeah, well, glad to be on. Glad I made it, and thank you guys for inviting me.
Yeah.
Anything to
So
say
I got
to
to
me?
ask a question. Somebody threw some extra names in here. Here we go. I'm going to throw this comment in. Combat Jack, Jack Knife, Jack Hammer, Jack Black.
Yo, these are all funny. They're all puns, man. I can't roll with that.
No? You don't like any of those? If you had to pick one out of those.
I'm abstaining, man.
Oh,
I'm a gentleman over those.
Oh,
I kind of like Jack Hammer. Jack Hammer's pretty fun.
Yeah, I gotta look. I
Oh,
gotta
what
look
about
up. I don't even
Samurai
know what a
Jack?
good throw is.
They're all just kind of funny, man.
Samurai Jack.
Jack of all trades, Congdon.
Well, you did say you're not really a grappler. You're not really a striker. You just go in there. So you kind of are a jack of all trades.
Or Justice
Yeah.
League Jack.
Justice League Jack. You do kind of have the superhero look,
I'm
too.
right? Am I right?
Jack the Ripper.
The Ripper, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
he's not. He doesn't.
Nah, I don't think you're Jack the Ripper. I don't know about that.
I wasn't mad at Gentleman Jack, but
Humor. Somebody wrote humorless Jack.
It's just Facebook user. Someone made it.
Somebody made an account just to write that about you. But no, they must have
Facebook
blocked their
user,
profile.
anonymous. Yo,
What a wonderful smile. What are they talking
yo, Zach won't even. Zach's making another account.
Oh man, people are coming in. Somebody called you the Irishman. Are you Irish?
Yeah, 3/4. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
in the box, Jack in the box.
Yeah, let's just think of every Jack pun we know. Yeah.
Right. Sure.
I gotta give you one last shot. I appreciate the Patriots, but I don't know if that was purposely done. But you know, they had a rough outing yesterday, and they've had a rough season so far. But you're still showing
Oh, man.
support.
I mean, we hung in there with the Packers with a rookie third stringer, man.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
you know,
That's a fine point.
that's a great point. So I guess that's Valdina. He doesn't know why it's coming
No,
up
it's
as
not.
Facebook user. But anyways, all right. Well, you guys got anything else before? Anything that you'd like to say to Paul? You know, he was a very intriguing guy. Boisterous. And I know we have your sponsors as well. So anything you want to say to your opponent?
In a way.
Not really. I respect that he's taking the fight. He's coming up here to put on a show. But that's all I got to say.
All right. Well, that was more than I thought you were going to say. So I appreciate your time. We look forward to seeing you October 29th. And Joe's got some sponsors of yours that you want to go through real quick.
Word. I'm not ready to give a full-on pitch like Valdina is, but I got to at least name him. 365 Dad. That's Xavier Cardona's thing. He does a podcast. I know I haven't listened into it too much. Guilty of that. Not a dad, so yeah, but just talking about fatherhood and being there for your kids. So if that's something that you need, give that a check. Check it out.
I'll take over for you if you go back to that 365 dad. He does a lot of work with father's rights. Divorced dads or whatever, dads that aren't like with the mom and trying to get them custody rights and visitations and that's what a lot of what he does is trying to reintegrate fathers into the lives of their children that are apart. So he does a great job with it. So I've had many talks with him about it. So I don't want to step on your toes. I just want to make sure,
No, hey, thank you. Obviously, I butchered it. I'm not ready for this part.
Yeah, there you go. You don't have any kids.
Yeah. Gates Masonry and Construction in Lakeville, Mass. Dunkin' Donuts Sardinia Family Trust. Yeah. Sensei John Mirando hooked this up with this guy owns a bunch of Dunkins in the area. So, huge one there.
All right, so go back to that one. What is your coffee of choice?
Dude, I just take it black, hot black.
Same.
Yeah.
All right, sir. All right.
I don't even like it. The sugars and the creams and all that, like not even as a treat, man. Like that makes me feel sick. First thing in the morning.
Doesn't surprise me that that's your answer.
It's a fine oiled machine right there.
Yes. All right. Who else you
got? We got Aliano Tile and Stone.
Hey.
May, of course. Been there since I was 8. So, shout out Sensei John Mirando. Man, I started there as a real young kid, and Sensei taught me, the bases in grappling and striking. I still have a lot of that, Taekwondo style in today. And I think really more than anything, from a young age, he instilled in me, respect, discipline, and just persevering and pushing forward. So, definitely huge shout out to Lakeville MMA. Outlaw Jerky, Daryl, who trains at Lakeville MMA, he makes jerkies and now like protein cookies himself. So that's a cool thing. He's got that set up kind of in the back of Lakeville MMA, to where after training you can grab one of those jerky snacks, and they're real good. It's like having bacon like post training. So these last few weeks I can't have it, but looking forward to being able to have some of that afterwards.
All right, cool. Well, there you have it. There's the sponsors taking care of you this fight camp, and
I got a bunch more. I won't be able to name all of them off the top of my head. We just got some of that solidified. But I know Kyler's Catch in New Bedford, great seafood that I do have during camp, and that is clutch. Great seafood, and they got a kitchen back there too with a bunch of great entrees and stuff that if you're in New Bedford, you should definitely check out too. The other gyms I train at, KO Gym in New Bedford for striking, BTT Taunton for jiu-jitsu, and Lozon MMA. I know I'm missing a few sponsors, but I definitely had to get those ones out there.
Awesome, man. Hey, while you were talking, Tyler Pimentel came through with a good one. I just got to throw it out there.
He doesn't like buns.
Jack King Congdon.
I've heard that one from a bunch of people, and it's that one I feel like I like a little bit more, but I don't know, just because again, it's kind of like that. It's the funny part of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's funny about Gentleman
He wants
Jack?
to be a badass.
Yeah, you want to be a badass. And somebody said, I know you want to be a badass, but you got to shave the beard. Somebody in the comments said shave the beard.
Just a little bit of stubble, but I feel it.
I don't know who Carlos Eastwood is, but he said shave that beard.
I think if anything, it's the lighting. It's stubble, man.
Connor Matthews, he's giving you shit, calling you Gentleman Jack.
Yeah.
It is all in how Andy says it. It is in how you produce
I
it.
didn't think I said it that funny last time out, but
It's already been done. Connor's saying, "All right, hey Connor. So I'm gonna set up a challenge match. Jack versus Connor, the fight over the nickname. How would that go?
Jiu-jitsu.
If Connor taps you, you have to stick with gentleman. If you tap him or you don't get tapped, you can rid yourself of gentleman Jack. Do you like that idea?
I mean, I'll do the match, but not with those stakes. There's no winning there. I'm not Gentleman Jack as it is.
Spoken like a true gentleman.
I love it.
I say so myself.
I love it. Well, hey, thank you. I don't want to keep you up too late. I appreciate you coming on for the show, and we look forward to many more. We definitely look forward to seeing you on October 29th.
Thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Congdon.
Later, man.
They did.